get activated. Let's get activated.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jaguars and the Packers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 51 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now McCoy. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Here's McCoy. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 64 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
On 2nd down, it's Mullins, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Lawrence. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, and I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence swinging this out wide here for Cook. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 28.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Cook now off the read option. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And complete right side to Cook. Touchdown, Jaguars! Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. From the gun, McCoy. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. McCoy. He'll hit Jackson complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there. And they get the first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCoy. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 27, Lawrence. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Lawrence. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Cook now off the read option. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Throwing after the interception, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still Try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. Looking to throw. McCoy. This is caught. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Flush to his right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now off to the races down the right side.
He's going to make everything
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Laviska Shenault. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On first down, McCoy throwing the out route incomplete. It's Scott. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, McCoy firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCoy. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
On 1st down, Lawrence flushed out right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It got his man complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. It's a big play for the Jaguars. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st down, Mullins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mullins. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Mullins. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Hands it off out of the gun. Still fighting for more. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. To try again after the sack. Lawrence. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. Cook now off the read option. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Lawrence to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the two-point try. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
They'll run on first down. It's Mullins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. McCoy. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards. 59 to Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Jaguars back with it on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. That's out quickly to Chenault.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Let's go. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Cook. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Cook now off the read option. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 11 now. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Packers down by 8, less than 90 seconds to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Now McCoy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Jackson with a catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. He's going to lose 17 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. It's complete to Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Lawrence. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Second and 10. Here's McCoy. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go.